Did I tell you I had a big disaster at the O'Neill house? Had a gay time disaster. Did I tell you about this? The gay time disaster?
Hang on a second. Just explain what gay time is. Is there something about one of your neighbours you want to tell me about? Or
it's an ice cream. It's an ice cream.
Yes.
The 4-pack.
A 4-pack gay time. There you go again. Yeah.
So what happened was that she fractured her leg, so she's on crutches. She's in bed. I've got to do all the cooking, which I do the cooking anyway, whatever. But I was looking after sweets, and I went down the milk bar and I got a 4-pack of gay time.
Nice.
And Kieran yells out, "What's for dessert?" I'm like, yogurt and fruit, sweetheart. So the kids get the gay times out, and there's only 3 in the packet. And someone someone has taped up the side of the packet and taken one out. Can you believe that? Bloody gay time disaster.
Oh, that's incredible. Do you reckon that's happened in the supermarket? Someone's gone down with a bit of sticky tape.
Yeah.
Really?
Well, because I talked to Albert, who runs the milk bar / mini supermarket.
Okay, yeah.
And he reckons that it wouldn't happen at the factory because they would just take a gay time. If they want a gay time, they grab a gay time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're not, so it's either in the truck or in the shop. But
well, should we make a call out on this podcast? If you are listening and it was you should feel very guilty that a child went without a gay time, without a golden gay time 4-pack, and you made that child suffer.
Not a child, me. Because there were 3 gay times.
Well, it kind of worked out. Maybe it worked out. Mum and Dad didn't get a gay time. Did Kieran know that the gay times were going around? Did she?
She hobbled out and went, "I'm like, what's going on?" And then she said, "Oh, this could be the new needles in the strawberries. Don't eat the gay times, kids." So they weren't allowed to eat them.
No. No. Oh, no. That's fantastic.
So I had to take him back because she goes, "What if someone's got a vendetta against Albert in the milk bar?" And they're like, poisoning the gay time. I'm like, well, he's he's a lovely guy. No one's got a vendetta against him. What if they've got a vendetta against me? And they know that I'm going to buy the gay times eventually, and they've been waiting. They've been plotting this thing for years.
Yeah, we'll get him. Having said that, it has got a nice ring to it. Yeah, needles in a gay time. It does makes a good headline, makes a good lead story. Oh, God. So did you end up going back? Did he take them back, and did you get a fresh pack of gay times?
There were no gay times left, so we got maxi bonds, and I don't really like them, so I never had a gay time. Been gay timeless for a long time.
So did the kids get anything for their sweets?
Yeah, fruit and yogurt. As originally promised.
I'm going to say that's my go-to. That's what I've been having lately. I must admit, have you noticed the price of raspberries lately?
Yeah, they're $6.
$6.50. $6, yeah. Blueberries, $6. But I go, what the hey? It's my little treat, I don't do much. I don't get out much. So I'm going to give myself a little treat with a little bit of yogurt. And I've got to say, highlight of my day. Absolute highlight of my day.
When you get a bad blueberry? You know when you get a bad blueberry?
Oh. Yeah, and yeah.
The worst thing ever.
That's a good name. Good name for a band. The bad
blueberry.
I must admit, on occasion when I have gone to the supermarket, and someone will have walked down the aisle, just gone, I can't stand it, opened up a packet of Tim Tams and gone bang and taken one. I do consider going back around and thinking, maybe I could take the second one. Maybe,
Really?
It's very very tempting. I know when my brother's mates, my brother didn't do this, back in surfing days, when they didn't have much money, they would go to the supermarket, walk up to the peanut butter jar, snap it open, and then a couple of fingers in, imagine getting home and opening up your peanut butter to find two big finger marks in your peanut butter and going, oh, God.
I reckon your brother's mates are the ones who stole the gay time. They're retired now.
Oh, yeah, well, it's out there. It's very tempting anyway.
It's tempting. All right, well, there's the music.
Yeah.
Hello and welcome to Somehow Related. Now please welcome your hosts Glenn Robbins and Dave O'Neill.
Hang Anyway, hello to everyone in lockdown. We're still in lockdown. In Sydney, are in a
Yeah.
bad lockdown. So we're in Melbourne, but we're still in lockdown.
Hello to all our friends in Sydney. We've been to that place. I actually went the other day and had a look. We went for 113 days or something. Is that correct? Would that be right last year?
In lockdown.
Yeah. So what are they up to? How many? They've been weeks, haven't they? They've been must be what, a
4
month
weeks.
or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. And-
Adelaide are in a snap lockdown. Everyone's in a lockdown. Like,
yeah, I know.
except
It's
Queensland and
weird.
Perth.
Why don't we just drop the borders and let it dilute throughout the country and just see what happens? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You know, just all this border stuff and all this. You know,
Survival of the fittest. Survival of the fittest, Glenn.
Yeah,
knock a few people off.
Yeah. Anyway,
Oh.
as we say in this podcast, is it really out there? Is it? You know.
Yeah.
Really?
It's scamdemic. It's a scamdemic.
Yeah.
This is a home of anti-vaxxing right here on Somehow Related. No,
Yeah.
we're very pro-vaccinated. Come on.
Very pro-vaccine. I'm getting my second one next week, I think.
Oh,
So,
I'm getting. Well, hang on. How come you got it before me? Now you're getting it before me. You got it after me. Now you're getting it before me.
well, I know some people.
I reckon you're getting a Pfizer. You're getting a sneaky little Pfizer. Then I can't get.
Well, you know, you speak to the right people, see what happens. You know what I mean? Anyway, so we should get our topics.
Yes.
Hello, Sam.
Hi, Glenn. Hi, Dave.
I wonder if Sam's been jabbed.
I know, Sam. Have
Hey,
you been-
Sam, let's ask her. Hey, Sam,
Yes.
did you have you had the what are you AstraZeneca, AstraZeneca, or are you Pfizer? What are you?
A robot friend handed me some Moderna he got in from overseas, so I'm good.
Ah,
yeah. That makes sense. Makes
Nice.
sense, Glenn. Yeah, it makes sense.
absolutely. I knew it. I knew it. Okay, Sam, if you don't mind, can you please give us our 2 topics for today?
Outer space and steak.
Oh, 2 of my favourite things. I'd love to go to outer space, and I love steak, even though, we keep reading
Well,
that
would
red
you
meat's
go
bad
on
for you. But
Would you go? I had my cholesterol done the other day, and it's up a bit. I'm going to pull back. I don't eat much red meat. We had shepherd's pie the other night. That's red meat, isn't it? But it was good. I thought, oh, gee, and they had a pie the other day because it was just so cold. That wasn't so good. So would you, if you love outer space so much, would you have gone on the Virgin or would you have gone on the Amazon?
look, that's a choice, isn't it? I'm probably in the Keanu Reeves category where he was going to go, but his wife stopped him because she said, "You've got children, you can't go." So,
Well, I don't know.
that's fair enough. Do you reckon? I reckon that's fair enough.
Oh yeah. I mean, there's only we all saw what happened to the what's the name years ago?
Space shuttle.
The space shuttle. It was just terrible.
When my kids are grown up, I'll go into space. Sure, yeah. If you buy me the ticket, that'd be handy.
It's sort of, I'll you know what? I'll put on lay-by, and by the time I should pay it off by the time I'm dead. It's what sort of makes it kind of daggy is that it only takes you an hour to do it by car if you were to go straight in a straight line.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Tell me, it's like from going from Melbourne to Geelong, or I don't know, Sydney to Wollongong or something, isn't it? Or
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a big trip, and look.
It was
part
over
of
in
me
10
sort of-
minutes. It was over in 10 minutes, apparently.
10 minutes. I mean, seriously, that's like roller coaster. What's that? Roller coaster probably 3 or 4 minutes. And that's, I don't know. Are they coming back going, that is, they are saying they really enjoyed it, aren't they? They said it was one of the best things they've ever done. They had a bit of weightlessness and,
Yeah. The hostie got some peanuts out. They floated in the air.
I
I don't know. But the thing, I love the competition between, was it Jeff Bezos and Richard Branson? The Virgin, and Jeff Bezos said ours didn't have a pilot. You guys had a pilot. We had no pilot.
That makes it better.
Apparently. Tell you what, I'd like a pilot. Wouldn't you like a pilot? Would you like a pilot?
I'd like a gay time.
Well, did they get magnums? Normally you get magnums in airlines.
I wonder, did someone stand up at the front and point to the exits? Did someone need to go to the toilet? I mean, they don't even need a toilet because it's only 10 minutes.
I don't reckon they would have got champagne or anything. All those hot rolls, I don't reckon. Or what about the hot flannel? They get the hot flannel on their face?
Or maybe you get hot flannel. Do you reckon they went through customs because they went up and around and out? Do you reckon they went out of the... So they'd have to come back. They wouldn't come back through domestic, would they? They'd come back through
international.
The big door. International, for sure. And I wonder if they brought home presents for the family, because if you go on a big trip, you've got to bring home presents for the family,
Duty
don't you?
free.
You got to bring it home. What did you get? Well, nothing. What do you mean nothing?
What about a carton of Winfield?
Mate, bottle of scotch. No,
giant Toblerone. I know it is funny,
anyway.
and the competition between those two billionaires was pathetic. It was absolutely pathetic. The sniping and the Amazon one did look like a phallic object. It looked so funny.
It was a rocket, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a rocket, but it looked like a penis. It looked like a circumcised penis. I don't know. That's what it looked like.
I don't know. Is it really?
Yeah, didn't you see it? Didn't you see it?
I'm just checking mine now. Now I'm bringing up a shot. Oh, when I put them together, I've got to say mine's much more impressive than his. Sorry.
But the thing about Jeff Bezos, you know who he took on the, he had 4 seats. You know who he took? So I think someone bought one.
No.
So on a lorry. He asked his brother to go with him. And so that'd be like you asking your Neil or your other brother.
Phil. Yeah.
Phil.
Yeah.
But how would you choose? Because he's also got a sister who wasn't asked. So that's that's awkward. That's awkward, isn't it?
That's really awkward. Hi. Listen, you probably heard. I'm going up into space. Yep. And there is yeah. Let's cut to the chase. I wish I could have invited you. You're not coming. Click. Hello.
Who's coming,
Hello.
though? Who's coming? Phil, the brother. The brother's coming.
Oh, it's brothers are going.
Yeah, the brother's going, but the sister wasn't invited. How's that?
So
that's
maybe
an awkward Christmas, isn't it? That's awkward Christmas.
he gets a gift voucher from bloody
Sanity or Brashes. Yeah.
Brashes there. How was the space trip? Oh God!
You boys want to talk about your little trip, do you now, or a little slideshow? Yeah. I don't know who Richard Branson took. I don't know if he took anyone, or he had the pilot.
They look like rich blokes. They had to be rich blokes. And would they pay? He wouldn't make them pay, would he? He wouldn't have made them pay, surely.
No, the Amazon one, someone paid to be there. Definitely, someone paid to be there.
I was going to say, but from now on, it's a paid deal, isn't it?
Yes, you got to pay. It's like hundreds of thousands of dollars. Would you do it?
Worth it?
Would you do it?
No.
Yeah.
No. I reckon it'd be. How was it? Good. When people's voice goes up. Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Well,
it's good.
I went on one of those. Yeah, go on. How was it? It was good.
Yeah. It's good. It's good. Would you go again? No.
No, I've done it. I've done it now.
What are you going to? What's the next big thing? Oh, I don't know.
Phillip Island.
Yeah.
Kangaroo Island. Go to Uluru. He probably hasn't been to Uluru yet. These guys. But I went on one of those when I was on radio. We gave away a flight where you fly over Antarctica, but you don't actually get off the plane, and it goes for 11 hours.
Yep.
And I went on that, and after about the 5th hour, you're like, Jesus. But I mean, we had good weather, and we flew in, and you could see the bases and stuff like that.
Oh, seriously, I would love to. But 11 hours, yeah. And then, did you rotate seats?
Yes.
Did you?
Yes, I was sitting next to a listener who won the joy of sitting next to me.
So did you get a go at the window seat?
Yeah, a little bit, but I let her have it. I mean, and then there was a guy sitting next to me. I said, "Oh, do you want to have a look?" And so we let the older man. But then one of the hostess was telling me this was a similar flight. There was an Air New Zealand flight that went on the same trip and hit a mountain. So that was reassuring. At about
hit a mountain.
Yeah. They went on a sightseeing trip.
I don't
80s, 90s. Yeah, it happened. Yeah, look it up. Air New Zealand. Look it up. Hit a mountain, bad weather. Yeah, they were on a sightseeing trip. Oh, gosh. No one survived. Anyway. Good times.
Good times. So, outer space, what is it? It's silent, which is nice. It's very quiet.
It's dark.
It's dark. It's dark. Is it dark? I mean, now hang on. What did I read the other day? That every star you see, 1 in 5 has a planet, because the stars we see are suns, aren't they? They're suns.
Yes.
Yeah, and
the sun is the closest star. Yeah.
And 1 in 5 has an habitable planet in its orbit.
Well, someone put a very funny tweet. I can't remember who it was, but they said, maybe UFOs are just billionaires from other planets visiting us.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
That's why they don't want to land, because they've got to go back to run their Amazon empire back on planet Nectron or wherever they're from.
And the number of stars, no one knows that. There's always that thing we did in Russell Court, more grains of sand on every beach around the world.
Yes.
I just find that.
Incredible.
Yeah, but how do they know?
How do they know that?
But also has someone worked out how many grains of sand there are on the beaches all around the world? I mean, one beach is hard enough.
Oh,
but
man.
okay. How long? Well, that took me 3 years to do Portsea.
I can do Rosebud now.
Yeah, not that you're doing one by one, but anyway,
imagine doing Bondi or Manly where it's very busy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What's that guy doing? Oh, he's working out the comparison between sand and stars. Oh, what a fucking idiot! What else is there? There's
Did he have a breakdown?
I'm not suggesting
that's what the guys with the metal detector are doing. That's what they're doing. I think that's.
I reckon they work out how much. They'd have to work out how much there is in a cubic meter of sand, and then work how many cubic meters there are on the beach.
Yes,
that's how they do it. They're not stupid.
Even to do a cubic meter would take a year, probably. So,
possibly. I read something the other day. Do you know how many Earths fit into the sun?
3, 4,
1 million.
What? It is pretty crazy. 1 million.
Crazy.
It is pretty crazy when you look up at the sun and it's a giant burning thing in the sky.
Yeah,
that's pretty crazy.
And the fact that if you stare at it, you will go blind.
Yeah, again, crazy.
If
you told someone that, they'd say, "Oh no, that's you're off the beam."
And when
you've been reading Facebook too long.
When we go into eclipse, the moon fits perfectly over the sun. When there's a full, it's perfect. It's perfect. I mean, I don't believe in God, but geez, so what? If when he sat down and it took him a week, didn't it, to do it? 7 days. Yeah. I think his wife would be going, "Come on, Dale, what are you doing? I'm just finishing off the universe. I'm out in the shed. It's taken me a while. Just let me be, okay?"
And then I'm going to do the grains on the beach after that. On the beach. Have you ever had a total eclipse of the heart?
Okay.
Once upon a time, I was falling in love. Anyway.
So you're good.
It's a great line, isn't it? Once upon a time, I was falling in love. Now I'm only falling apart. It's a good line. I like that. It's good.
Have you ever written a song?
Yeah, I wrote songs in the band. Yeah, yep. I was talking about, because my brother's out from Switzerland, who was the singer in the band, and we used to write songs together, and I wrote some songs by myself, and I get song ideas occasionally, but they're just not that good, unfortunately. So
I was watching something the other day. They were talking about what a great songwriter Chris Christopherson was.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm going, no, yeah. And then they were reading out some of his lyrics. Oh, my God, he's a great songwriter.
He was
incredible.
Amazing. Yeah, he was amazing. I've never really got into him, but I saw a documentary where he was included. And
that was at the country
music
on SBS. That was the one I saw.
Yeah.
I just didn't believe I can't quote any now, but anyway. Okay, here's a question. What are the top movies about outer space? Of course, Star Wars. Easy peasy.
But Chris Christopherson, do you remember that? Sorry, going back to
sorry.
him.
Oh, you're going back to him.
Yeah, he was like a different kind of country singer because he came from a very wealthy background and his parents were intellectuals. And remember that he went to Yale or Oxford or Cambridge, Chris Christopherson. Then he came back and went to Nashville and started a country singing career. And his parents sent him a letter saying how they disapproved of it and weren't going to talk to him.
That's exactly disowned him. That's right. I remember that. Imagine that.
And then he was just like the sort of the boy cleaning up the studio. And Johnny Cash said to him, "Always good to get a letter from home, hey?"
Oh.
It's quite funny. Anyway,
I've forgotten about that.
Yeah, always good to get a letter from home. Johnny Cash said to him.
God.
Anyway, okay, Star Wars, Empire
Strikes
Back.
Have you seen all the Star Wars?
Yeah,
I saw the first one. Whatever. Yeah.
No, the kids watch them. But credit where credit's due. Some of the later ones have been fantastic. Rogue One was really good, actually. I liked it.
I was watching old fast forward sketches the other day, and then they did this really good looking sketch. It was an aerial shot. It was a parody of Star Wars, and it was in the middle of a desert, and it looked really good. And then, who's the main guy?
Luke. Luke and Darth Vader.
Yeah. I go, oh, there's Luke. Oh, wait, he actually sounds like Luke too. And the camera zooms in, and it was me. I'd completely forgotten completely forgotten that I've done it. So anyway, if you've got nothing to do, have a look. If you're locked down in Sydney or something. Yeah, anyway, you want to see me playing Luke Skywalker.
Well, you'd make a good Luke. Who was Darth Vader? Veach or someone? Or Vizard? Or who would
I
Darth
can't
Vader?
remember. Look, let's be honest. I'm only going to watch the bit I'm in, and then I'm going to turn it
Sure.
off. We all know that, yeah.
Well, the original Star Wars was good. It's a great movie, I thought. We watched it sort of last 5 years. It's good. It's a good.
You know
story.
what was the original of Alien was unbelievable.
Oh, fantastic!
Fantastic.
Have you seen?
What's the? You go on.
What's the director's name? Ridley Scott.
No. What's the classic line in that? Come on, bitch, or something.
Yeah, something like that. Have you seen the one with Matt Damon, the Martian? That's good. Where he's left on Mars by himself. That's great.
I tried to read the book, and I thought,
no.
I know it.
Watch the movie.
Just put the movie on. It's a lot easier. So I was reading the book before the film came out, and then I thought, I just watched the movie. Yeah, no, it's pretty good. I wouldn't say it was. No, okay, it's good.
Have you seen the Arrival where they come? That's great. Where they come and they hover. The spaceship hovers over America, and all these spaceships are hovering, and the linguist has got to talk to the aliens. Have you seen that by a French director, but it's set in America? Oh,
that just sounds like he's ripping off ET to me.
I've never seen ET.
You've never seen ET?
Never seen ET. Never seen
There's
it.
Peter Hellier's got a thing where you talk about movies. Yeah, you can go on.
I've already been on that. I did Shrek, which I'd never seen. Have you done that podcast yet, or?
No, but I don't watch movies much anymore. I'm more of a non-fiction guy now. Having said that, The Right Stuff, that was good.
Oh, fantastic! Sam Shepard, fantastic movie.
Yeah,
great. The Apollo 13 one, that was all right. There's been a few good ones over the years.
What about I tell you what, our mate Eric was in Star Trek, the movie version of Star Trek.
I didn't see that.
And were you a Trekkie fan? The TV show?
No. My brother was. Mark was. Still is.
People who I watch it and I go, wow, that is really corny. I mean, I'm sorry to all the Star Trek fans out there, and there are millions around the world, but it's good. It's just goodies and baddies. Cowboys and Indians.
It's life, Jim, but not as we know it.
And rubber masks that look like rubber masks. So you're going, and they're bad rubber gloves like you get at the trick shop. You know what I mean? Even the $2 shops got those masks now.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, let's talk about steak. We're enough for Star Wars. Steak. Do you love steak? Or? Yeah. Do you love steak?
I love steak. I'm a little bit too narrow with my eating of steak. I'm an eye fillet guy.
Oh, is that it? That's it.
Okay, don't pull that face. Don't pull that face.
What about a good bit of porterhouse or rump? Or
if you go or a T-bone or a sirloin.
Yeah.
No, I like the softness, the silkiness of the eye fillet. A little bit of what are you, medium rare, well done?
No, well done, medium, well done.
Well done, medium. What's that mean?
Yeah,
you don't want any blood in it.
No blood. But
so I like a bit of blood in the middle.
Yeah, I like a minute steak actually. Beautiful.
Well, that's what you have in a steak sandwich, don't you?
Oh, the best. Minute steak with some fries, bit of salad, bearnaise sauce. Yum.
I think I know how to cook medium rare, which is when you put it on. You don't. Some say you seal it first.
Yes.
And then others say you just put it on and let it until you see beads of blood coming through, and that's medium rare. And then you flip it. Now my problem is knowing when the other side is done to the equivalent, and you don't want inconsistent sides. I guess you pick it up and have a bit of a look. I know chefs do things like that. They pick up the meat and have a look at it. How do you? You got any tricks?
No, look, I've got to say, all the years of cooking steak, I've never mastered it. And every time I go to a restaurant and have it, it's better. You know what I mean?
But you know what? Because if you dry it out and make it go all leathery, it's just you're wasting beautiful meat. Really.
Yeah.
It's really worth knowing how to do it. I mean, I'm not saying I'm an expert. On occasion, I've got it right. So you a grilled guy, or you go out the back and put it on the barbecue, or you pan fried?
I pan fry. I don't have a barbecue at the moment. I pan fry it. And
we don't have barbecue.
And barbecue. We had one and it rusted over, and then I had to get rid of it, and got another one, didn't use it. So
I know. Ours rusted over. Yeah. hopeless.
Yeah, I would love to know how to cook steak properly because we get it occasionally and the kids like it. Yeah, it can be a bit tough, you know. We have a farmer, James Sprun, who's down the Otways, and he delivers meat. He comes around a truck and drops off his meat in a bag and a box.
Oh,
And
really?
Yeah, and he has like steaks and he has mince and he has like a roast, and that steak is fantastic.
Is it backpacked? Backpacked?
Yeah, vac-packed. Vac-packed.
Yes.
That's right.
Vac-packed's fantastic. It just can last for such a long time, can't it? I know that. Okay. When I was in the Maldives on a cruise, and I'll probably never go there again, so don't worry.
Picture it if you will.
Yeah, on the back deck, have been surfing all day, and the food we had was magnificent. I just said, where's it coming from? Is it coming from India? And the guy said, you know where it's coming from? Melbourne, Australia. They vac-pack it and send it over because it's the best quality food. And with vac-packing, you can.
That was the best steak you've ever had? Best.
Oh, well, yeah, the food was just sublime. But my point is that vac-packing is incredible. You don't.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the best steak I've ever had. I reckon a minute steak.
Oh, so an eye fillet, I reckon. But I mean, you know, I do love
But remember in Scouts we had the freeze-dry food. Remember the freeze-dry? It'd be in little packets.
Oh, no, it's shocking. Shocking.
No, you get the occasional one that was good. I've got to say.
What's your top shelf? Your Angus, your Wagyu? I mean, the Wagyu's got something to do with your marbling of your fat, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's Japanese.
I don't know.
It's the type of cow. Is it a Wagyu cow or is it a Wagyu cut? I mean, I think Japanese. I think they have Wagyu cows in Japan.
Wow. Yeah, they love their meat. They love their steak in Japan. I know they love it there. Have you ever been to have you been to a steak restaurant?
Yeah, it's steak, and more steak, and red wine, and
chips.
Reflux later that night, and chips. Yeah.
Did you ever go to Vlado's, which was a famous steakhouse in Melbourne, in Richmond?
I did. Yeah. I went there with a friend who was a big eater, and you just can't keep up. You know, it's just. But it was good. Yeah.
And Vlado's, who was a big Eastern European guy who's passed away, big fat guy, would come out with a big tray of raw meat, and you'd pick which one you'd have. Remember?
I just find that, I don't know. It's just like when they in some restaurants they have the fish tank and you can pick the fish.
Oh, terrible!
It's awful. You go, just what you pick the meat, you cook it out, and you bring it all cooked up. I don't want to see it. You know. Having said that, I am Cal Knight, so I should be a little bit more easygoing around meat. But what other things are there? There's your beef Wellington. What is that? That's wrapped in pastry. I wouldn't have that. I've never had it. Never will.
Oh, what about the surf and turf? You ever had that?
I have, but I think we talked about this the other day on the podcast.
Yes.
So that would be what? That would be a steak with some prawns and what else?
Oysters, maybe. I had one with oysters. I had a carpetbagger once, which is a fillet, like what you like, with oysters in the middle. Ooh.
Have you ever had a kangaroo steak?
Oh, years ago. Yeah, it was all right. Bit tough.
It's a bit gamey. Is that the right word?
Yes.
It's
like venison. Yeah.
And then there's like grass fed or
grain
fed or There's you go really. Does it I guess it makes a difference. Anyway,
we could have some thinking music, I suppose. So,
what could we have? There's a good sketch from
Steak Ad.
I was watching Belushi. There's a special on Stan about Belushi, and he did a famous sketch on Star Trek. We could play that. We could play. Okay, here's a trivia question for you. When Hal on 2001 says, "I'm sorry, I can't do that," who is he talking to?
Dave.
Well done. Yeah. Yes. I'm sorry. I can't do that. And do you know why he can't do it?
No.
Because he'd heard them talking and they were planning to turn Hal off.
Oh. I thought he was going to say it's a Mac and he was PC. So. Classic.
Or we could have Eric playing a scene from Star. How about, you know what? We love themes on this show.
We do.
How about we go with the original Star Trek theme?
Oh, great.
If I remember, it's really good. And there's some voice. I reckon there's some voiceover at the start to set the scene. I think there is. And then it just goes into a full... something like that.
Yeah, it's great.
Anyway.
Let's hear that.
It'll make you feel good. Listen to this.
A final frontier. These are the voyages of the starship Enterprise. Its 5-year mission, to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new life and new civilizations, to boldly go where no man has gone before.
Wow. Or we could have had Lost in Space. Do you remember Lost in Space? That was a good theme too. With, Danger, Will Robinson.
Danger, Will Robinson, danger. That was
and Dr. Smith, you bubbling boobhead. He was great, that guy. You bubbling boobhead.
Who was the stand-up who used to get those openers with the bottle openers where you pull the cork out? Remember those? And he used to do it, and he'd bang it up and down, and it would go like this.
Like Danger, Will Robinson? I don't know. Danger, Will Robinson. That's funny. Don't know who that was.
That's funny.
Well, do you want to have a guess? I'll have a guess.
Okay, you have a go.
Steak. Steak was the first thing the astronauts ate.
Well, that's what I was going to say. I'm going to go one further. I was going to say on every trip into outer space, they have taken steak because it's got protein, it's got iron, it's got vitamin B12, I think. It's very good for you, and it won't give you diarrhea. I don't know why I said that. I can't think of anything. It can't be any relationship. I mean, is cows the only thing moving animal you can see from space? No, I don't think so. Okay, so do you want?
What is the answer, Sam? Yeah, what is it?
Reportedly, astronauts describe the smell similar to sizzling steak. In a video for Wired, retired astronaut Chris Hadfield confirmed that space does indeed smell like gunpowder and burnt steak. Not only does it smell like sizzling steak, but it can smell like plenty of other things that astronauts have described in the past. Sweet-smelling welding fumes, burning metal, a distinct odor of ozone, an acrid smell, walnuts and brake pads, gunpowder, and even burnt almond cookie.
Wow, I didn't know that.
You have been listening to Somehow Related with Glenn Robbins and Dave O'Neill.
Hang on, but how would they know?
Well, the guys going to international spacecraft, but
you don't wind the window down. You can't wind the window. Go. What's the smell like out?
I don't know. Maybe the International Space Station smells like that. You think it would smell like breaking wind and BO. But
imagine when they first come back up. They've been up there in the Apollo whatever, and they open there. They go, "Poor guys!
Oh, guys, light a match!"
We've been eating steak. That's why. That is weird. It's seared steak. Which, where is that coming from? Why is that like that? Is that the Big Bang Theory? Is that the after smell of the Big Bang? That's what it is. It's the after smell of the Big Bang.
Maybe it's the millionaires cooking their Wagyu on little grills up there. I don't know. Maybe the aliens are into steak. Who knows? Maybe the aliens are stealing cows and cooking them up on a barbie. Who knows?
Yeah. Well, I still think that it's weird that, I mean, at some point they must have stuck their head out. But you reckon that it's come back? I don't know. I don't know how they would actually get this.
Or taken a sample and brought it back in a little jar.
Stuck a jar out like a jam jar and put the lid on and go, okay, who wants to have a smell what space smells like? Because you would assume space smells like nothing.
I mean, that's amazing. Well, at least it doesn't smell like it doesn't. It probably tastes like chicken. That's.